Hey guys, it's Catherine, and I made a video today, and I literally made a video today for today's video. I'll talk more about what it's about and how I made it and whatever at the end, but this is just a disclaimer, like, this is weird, okay? Like, it's not your average YouTube video. So I appreciate you guys for like being here and like watching this and stuff, because it's like not gonna be what you expect, but this is art. Like, I made this in art school. My digital possibilities class, I made it in art school, so it is art. So it's like film art. Now back to the beginning. This is gonna suck to edit this talking bit. So just bear with me while you're watching it. I know it's really like out there. Please enjoy, and I'll see you at the end. If you have any other suggestions for videos, let me know. I like those.
You know what germs are?
Yeah?
Yes, yes.
Yes, no.
The little bugs.
Bright and pretty.
They're killer bugs.
Are you planning to go to college? Oh, history and physics.
Too many long words in them.
I don't really need them.
Too much book learning for me.
I think that I'm secretarial work.
Towels folded and hung to dry.
No ring around the tub. The basin rinsed and clean.
Your likes and dislikes are similar to those of successful women.
Radioactive dust, radioactive canned goods from radioactivity. Radioactive radioactivity. Radioactive radioactivity. Radioactive radioactivity. Radioactive radioactivity. Radioactive
Disease will be able to get started.
Creeping epidermophytosis.
Infections like this,
Ringworm, dermophytosis, tinea.
chapped hands can the care of the skin is so important. Seems that he has a problem tonight.
explosions.
She rubs gently all over.
Explosions.
You really have two skins?
I want to do something now.
The skin more comfortable.
Girls are preferred.
Because it looks better that way.
But Mr. Adams,
Some of the work is not so simple.
I want to become a stenographer. I'm secretary of the freshman class. I was elected president of my campfire group. I read and prepared an article on the American Indians for the School Historical Society. I was social chairman in my church. I was carrying under a can.
Have you actually visualized yourself in a secretarial position?
Lie under the table.
Really advanced, Claire.
Start at the bottom and work up.
It gives you that tingling feeling that feels so good.
Explosion. It is not uncommon to find men doing this type of work. Wash the exposed areas. Wash the exposed areas. Wash the exposed areas. Wash.
I want to wash.
Their children are normal.
As you grow more mature,
Explosion.
At least 4 times a day.
Explosion.
Goodbye. 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 Goodbye.
So one of the classes that I've taken this past semester was a digital possibilities class. I like to paint and draw and color, do things not on the computer. I've always said like, oh, I don't want to be a graphic designer because I'm just not that into computers. Then I started making YouTube videos, and I started learning a little bit more about Premiere, and I started learning about editing videos and things like that. Digital possibilities, I just did my final today, and which is why I'm showing you this now. Digital possibilities. I heard that it was about sound because the only professor that ever teaches it is the same one, always teaches it the same, like, he doesn't teach it the same, but he teaches, it's the same professor that's teaching it. I'm like, I'm so not into sound, like, I don't care. I had a class with him actually last semester too, and we did a lot about, it was drawing research, and we were doing stuff about like sound. I'm like, oh, this is, anyway, real struggle to like attend this class, and like it was hard to get there, and of course this professor only grades on attendance, so you have to go, and that's like the whole reason I got an incomplete in my class last semester was because I didn't attend my drawing research class because it was at 8 a.m. and it was like hard to get there. This whole like beginning of the semester I had to like push myself to go because we were just focusing on sound, and it's kind of hard to explain exactly what I mean by that, but basically just abstracting sound and like creating sound compositions to create something that is different than what it started as. So it was hard for me to get to this class, okay? Like, I didn't want to go, I was like so not into it, and then finally for our final project it was like, okay, we're gonna add video. And I'm like, finally, like I can do this because I really like making videos, like I really like doing it. That's why I'm making one right now, to tell you about this. I was like, yes, like I get to use Premiere. Anyway, and the whole thing too that was like really frustrating was that the whole class was taught on a Mac. And I've been a PC since like, I can remember. I was just like, I don't even know how to like right click on here. I do now. And I had this like really cool new skill of like altering sound. So it's something I think I do want to actually do more of, just because I really enjoyed pairing it with the video. I used 4 different videos that were about 10 minutes long, 10 to 14 minutes long. I cut them down to 1 minute by just like choosing certain words or certain like video clips or whatever, and like using that 1 minute, and then I composed my sound, which is 3 minutes and 22 seconds, from those 4 1-minute combinations of clips. Some of them were similar, and then I had 2 that were about hygiene and like care of the skin and like personal hygiene and like the army, and then I had one that was about I want to be a secretary, and then I had one that was how to survive atomic attack. Don't try to make sense of it, because when I was going through, like at first I was like trying to like make the dialogue, like if you weren't watching it, to have the dialogue kind of like conclusive, but after a while I was just like, no, I can't, like it's too hard, like this isn't gonna work. I kind of wanted it to be open-ended too, so like you can draw your own conclusions. Like I can tell you what I was thinking when I was like going through, but at the same time, like there's so much there that I can't really go in and like explain to you every choice that I made. Like there's a lot of little like homoerotic scenes, and there's like this explosion thing that happens a lot when there's something that like is hint of sexuality. Obviously the video doesn't have anything, it's all like okay, it's like you're allowed to see it because it's like it was on this like free archive online. It's all these like old videos that they used to show kids in school and stuff. All of it is like acceptable to be seen because this is from the 50s. Hope you enjoyed it. So thank you for watching. I know it's like but you probably think I'm like so weird now, but that was our assignment. It was for class, but we got to kind of like go do whatever, and just like using the Ableton and stuff, which is a sound software for creating sound. Like you can actually make music on that software. You can synthesize music, but I used it a lot with my audio narrative, I guess, narration, and like where she's like, well, I'm a secretary, like just like clipping out that part, exporting it out of Premiere and putting it in to the Ableton software. I like added like a buzzer sound and other things just to like make it like, you know. So something I learned when I was doing this though, just about my own kind of like style when I made this, like it was very linear the way that it was made. So there was like moments of chaos, and then like a sort of like back to dialogue, back to the audio narration. It's just like okay, and then like moments of chaos. And so that sort of seems to be like what I'm interested in. It's just this like these like linear scroll type of things. Like the paintings that I make are really long for this reason, and I have the same thing where it's like really kind of like, what is this? And then it's like just like kind of simple and easy to digest, and then like what did I just see? So like the combination of like abstract with something more realistic, and I do that in my art. So I learned something about myself by making this video. I spent probably maybe 6 classes doing it, so like 3 weeks working on it, and each class is about 30 hours long. I could have kept working on it, and everyone else was in the class that was like, you should put that on the internet, and I was like, I want to. So they don't know that I'm like gonna go home and like create another video and be like, oh, I'm putting this on my YouTube channel. I know that it's weird and it's not like your typical thing that you see on YouTube, so I hope you guys can appreciate that for what it is and not take it too seriously. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and click on the button to subscribe, become a Catherine Siskin if you want to be weird like me. I will see you guys on Saturday and make a video every Wednesday and Saturday for your viewing pleasure. I'm not talking about art supplies today, even though it looks like it. They were oh, okay. So pretty. For y'all, for your visual enjoyment. Soldier in the army. I don't think I had that clip in there.